Having established Darkstalkers as a series where monsters fight each other, the developers knew that if they wanted to add a human character, there would be pressure to make sure they did it right. A straight-up martial artist wasn't going to cut it in this series. They figured if this human character had enough going on with them in terms of presentation, they could safely add being just human as one of the traits, without running the risk of the character fading into the background when standing among the series' otherworldly monsters. The character would teach them to either go big or go home. The graphic department initially wanted this character to serve as a rival to John Talbane and be like a werewolf hunter. Instead, the character would take shape through Akira Yasuda and his specific design notes. Every Darkstalkers character up to this point had been inspired by something in fantasy, myth, and horror. When creating this character, however, Yasuda wanted to do something a little more sinister. Rather than basing her off an archetype or a myth, she would be inspired by the frightening qualities of the human race, and someone who is motivated by greed or ambition. Her name would be Baby Bonnyhood, or Boleta in Japan, as her physical appearance and name are clearly based around the fairy tale character Little Red Riding Hood, though it's also been said she resembles the protagonist from the series Akazukin Cha-Cha. It's possible she was also inspired by the iteration of the fairy tale written by the novelist Roald Dahl, which ends with the character fatally shooting the wolf and making a coat out of him. During development, after her design was finalized, the team couldn't figure out how they should animate her in the game. Yasuda then recorded how he saw Baby Hood's moves and poses on several sheets of paper and pitched them to the graphic department. His concept for a character fueled by malice while hiding under a mask of naivete would lead to Baby Hood having a dual personality. Character designer Bengus thought she was a fantastic idea for a character. However, according to Haruo Murata, opinions among the team were pretty evenly split early on. Still, he believes the passion poured into her character by the pixel artist and designer really brought her to life. They discovered that a character can really shine if she does outrageous things out of a genuine kind of seriousness. In this way, Baby Hood shared commonalities with Sakura from Street Fighter Alpha 2, who was also fairly unpopular during development. But just like with Sakura, once everyone saw Baby Hood in action, it was understood they had something special here. Despite being a hunter of the Darkstalkers, Baby Hood is a pure human and has no special abilities in the same manner as Donovan and Cienko. Instead, she is skilled with different types of weaponry she keeps on herself or hidden in her basket. These can range from Uzi machine guns, landmines, a combat knife for close-range targets, or even a rocket launcher. She is also considered the antithesis of these characters. While Donovan and Cienko fight the Darkstalkers for noble causes, Baby Hood does it solely for the profit. In a human world inhabited by Darkstalkers, ideals like love and courage are not valued as highly as the powerful lure of money and power. Darkstalkers inevitably earn the interest of humans, whether it be scientific, prejudice, or simple curiosity. From these came a desire to harvest their bodies for usable materials, previously unfounded in the human world. The demand for those with experience hunting Darkstalkers eventually got higher, and thus the occupation of the Dark Hunter was born. Baby Bonnyhood is a secret agent working for the Hunters Guild of the Northern European Alpine Branch. As a member of this organization, she obtains all sorts of weapons and ammunition through illegal means, extensive training in martial arts, weapon handling, and gunpowder crafting, and information on new potential targets from a meteorological satellite called the Catastrophe. When fighting creatures capable of single-handedly slaughtering an entire army of soldiers, a strong mind and spirit is needed in this line of work to keep from losing one's own sanity and not be poisoned by the evil aura they can emanate. There are said to be several hundred dark hunters like Baby Hood that exist in this world. However, their skills vary greatly, as some of them can barely kill a creature from the demon world of Makai,